Could silver prices skyrocket? Rising industrial metals make a strong case. Industrial metals getting investors' attention, silver prices remain ignored. Silver prices are severely ignored these days. Mark my words, the gray precious metal could reward big time. You see, there's something interesting happening these days, and no one is talking about it. If you look at metals for industrial use, you'll see that they are getting a lot of attention. For example, look at copper. Year to date, the price of the red metal has increased over 27%. It currently sits at its highest level since 2014. Copper isn't the only industrial metal witnessing a robust move to the upside, however. Aluminum prices are soaring as well. They're testing the 2014 highs. Zinc prices are ripping higher too. This metal now trades at around $1.50 a pound. In mid-2015, it traded at around 65 cents a pound. This represents an increase of more than 130% in little over 2 years. Palladium has shown a stellar performance as well. It traded as low as $450 an ounce in early 2016. Now it trades at around $950 an ounce. This represents an increase of over 111% in less than 2 years. Now, coming back to silver prices. Year to date, the gray precious metal has increased by only 7.5%. If you look at its performance since mid-2015, you'll see that it's relatively flat. Here's the thing that a lot of investors forget, even though silver is considered a precious metal, it has a huge industrial demand as well. To give you some perspective, consider this, over 50% of silver is consumed for industrial use. The metal is used in electronics, solar cells, as a chemical catalyst, and much more. In 2016, global silver demand was 1.027 billion ounces. Well over 500 million ounces of that was for industrial use. Why silver prices could make a run toward $50 in the next year? Looking at all this, it must be asked, why isn't silver getting as much attention as the other industrial metals? It wouldn't astonish me if investors wake up one day and start buying silver again after ignoring it. To me, the greatest indication of this would be when the correlation between gold and silver prices goes haywire, meaning, you'd see gold prices remaining flat but silver prices jumping higher. It would indicate that silver is not being looked at as just a precious metal. Dear reader, I reiterate, ignoring silver prices could be a big mistake. I see the metal to be one of the best opportunities out there. How high could silver prices go? I am not big into predicting the exact prices, but, in next year, I wouldn't be shocked if silver makes a solid run toward $50. With this said, I am also paying a lot of attention to silver mining companies. There are very few quality mining companies that are focused on silver only. If the price moves higher, silver mining companies could be in very high demand all of a sudden, and they could provide leveraged gains to silver prices. I will make another bold statement here. I will not be surprised if silver mining stocks reach their 2011 highs before silver prices do. Silver price outlook for 2018, here's why it could be a big year for the metal. Silver sales soaring at mints as silver prices remain flat. Silver prices have been relatively flat over the past few months. In the long run, the gray precious metal could soar. There seems to be a silver rush in the making, and those against it are getting nervous. If you want to know how silver demand looks, pay attention to sales at mints around the world. In the last 2 months, something interesting has happened. Mint silver sales have skyrocketed, as prices have been relatively flat. Consider the U.S. Mint. In September, the Mint sold 320,000 ounces of silver in American Eagle coins. October is not even finished yet, but the Mint has already sold 750,000 ounces of silver in similar coins. If you do simple math, this represents an increase of over 134%. It will not be shocking if silver sales figures hit 1 million ounces for October at the U.S. Mint. Source: Bullion Sales, U.S. Mint, last accessed October 23, 2017. At the Perth Mint, Australia's biggest mint, silver sales in September amounted to 697,849 ounces. This figure was 78% higher from August. Year to date, the Perth Mint has sold 7.21 million ounces of silver. Source: Perth Mint bullion sales rebound in September. Coinnews.net. October 20, 2017. Silver bears getting nervous. While mint sales are showing there's a sort of silver rush in the making, those who are betting against silver prices, bears, seem to be getting nervous. This is not talked much in the mainstream, but it could have very positive impacts on silver prices. To see this, you have to look at the Commitments of Traders (COT) report released by the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFTC), released every week. This report gives a general idea of who's doing what. One of the things stated in this report is how the managed money is behaving. Essentially, these are institutional investors. They have huge buying power and the ability to move the markets. Since the beginning of the year, managed money has been reducing their short positions. That's their bets against silver prices. Consider this: in the first week of January, they were short 19,343 futures contracts. Mind you, one contract is 5,000 ounces. This means they were down 96.71 million ounces. Source: Commitments of Traders, Commodity Futures Trading Commission, last accessed October 23, 2017. In the most recent report, this figure was 10,744, or 53.72 million ounces. This represents a decline of 8,599 futures contracts, or over 44%, in a matter of 10 months. If this doesn't tell you that shorts are getting nervous, then what will? Silver prices outlook: why 2018 could be big for silver. Dear reader, silver prices are being ignored severely despite some major shifts happening in the market. I ask, how long could this continue? To me, it will not be shocking if 2018 turns out to be very big for silver prices. I say this because I believe that's when investors will start paying attention to data and realize how the gray precious metal is undervalued. Obviously, with time, we will know more. In the meantime, I can't help but be bullish on silver prices ahead.